Well, I go up to the north coast this morning, try to do a bit of plugging for bass, but this north wind has picked up terribly strong and it's chopped up the sea. So with this being Cornwall, I'm going to head over to the south coast, try and find a nice secluded spot out of the wind and hopefully get a bit of fishing in. And as you can see by the water, it's just not fishable today.
So with bass fishing out of the equation on the north coast, we headed over to the south coast to Rinsey, where the conditions were looking perfect for a good day's bait fishing. Rinsey is on the far southwest tip of Cornwall, and it is close to deep water and has a mixed bottom of rock and sand, resulting in many species that can be caught.
Well, I got myself over to the south coast. The wind is nothing like it was over on the north, as you can see by the sea. Out here we've got a nice clear bottom with a few snags, so hopefully there might be some bass or wrasse or pollock out there. And to the right we've got a nice rocky bottom where I'm going to put one out and try and get some nice wrasse, maybe some good pollock. So let's get down there, get some lines out and hopefully catch some fish. You might think I'm climbing down these rocks quite easy. When it comes to fishing, although you want to get out there fishing, the first thing that's got to be on your mind is safety. And having a good pair of boots with a good grip, always good. It only takes one to fall and you're in the water and the life isn't worth a fish, so just make sure you have safety on your mind all the time.
And with everything looking good for the afternoon, there was just one more thing left to do. Set up the gear and get fishing.
While he's catching his fish over there, I'm going to describe what gear I'm using. I'm using a Shakespeare Salt 11 foot 2 to 4 ounces. It's ideal for fishing around these sort of areas around Cornwall, because you're not chucking out too far, you not really need a big weight because it's not deep water. The reel I'm then using is the same reel I was using out on the boat, which is the Abu CS5 Rocket. Ideal for casting around here. It's got a good cast on it and you can get quite a bit of distance on it. This is jam-packed with a 15-pound line. Okay? Ideal for this sort of area because you're not really going to catch anything over 10 pound around these sort of areas, which is then tied to 30-pound leader. I've got this on because when I'm casting I don't want my 4 ounce weight to snap off my line. Okay, this is a standard flow and trace, easy to set up. You've got a 4 ounce weight there with a little swivel on it just so it doesn't cut through the line, which is then followed by a little bead there to protect my little blood knot which is there, which is connected to a swivel, which then I've got a 15-pound trace. Okay, again ideal for around these sorts of areas, perfect sort of strength really, which is then followed by a 2.0 hook. I'm not sure if you can see that on the camera, it's pretty small, but yeah, I mean, and the bait, standard Cornish bait, bit of mackerel. Catch anything that will. I think everybody uses that, from experienced anglers to tourists these days, so let's get out there, cast the gear in the water, try and catch some fish. Right, I got a bite out on the bottom. On a strip of mackerel, it's just got it out there towards the beach. So what I'm going to do is going to hold the rod for a minute just to make sure that he's took the hook. Put a bit of pressure on it, see if I can feel him. Yeah, it's definitely a fish there. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to wind down and strike into the fish. Yep, we got fish on. There's not a lot of fight in it, but at the end of the day it's a fish. Okay, by the way it's fighting, I'm guessing it's a turbot, which is a type of flatfish. But it's a fish. Yeah, this is definitely a turbot on here, or could even be a small place. But see what I'm doing though, I'm winding down, pumping up. This way I didn't get any tangled. Well, there he is. I see colour. And yeah, my prediction's right. It's a nice little turbot. Well, there you have it, look. Nice little turbot there. Unfortunately, he's took the hook down into his... oh no, he hasn't. I'll be able to get that out all right. But yeah, I mean, these things grow considerably bigger than this. This is just a little baby from obviously this year's breeding, but nonetheless, good, nice looking fish. I mean, look, but considering how small it is, look at the size of their mouth on that. Pretty big mouth for such a small fish. We'll return him now and hopefully he'll go back nice and fit. Go on, drop down here a minute. And away he goes. Ideal, first fish of the day, let's get some more. So what I've done now, I've got myself over to the other side of the rock and I'm going to try and target some wrasse. So what I'm doing with this, I'm basically using the same setup as I have on my other rods, but instead I'm using a spark plug as a weight, because these fish tend to dive down in the rocks and I don't want to lose any lead weights, because lead weights is quite expensive, so it doesn't really matter if I lose these, because these are cheap. So we'll put it in there and we'll see if we can get a couple of wrasse.
But as I was about to find out, you really just never know what is going to take your bait next, and I was in for a surprise.
Yeah, fish on! That really did it hard, that did. Whoa! You've really got to keep the pressure on these because they will try and dive back down into the rocks. As he's trying to do now. Oh no, bloody hell! I got a place! Whoa, would you believe that? After wrasse, you get a place. Now that is a first that has never ever happened to me. That is literally unbelievable, I cannot believe that. There's me thinking I had a wrasse. I get a place. Oh, never ever I thought that would happen. Look at that. There's me thinking a wrasse, it's fighting hard. He's trying to get back down to the rocks, but my god, that has never happened to me. That is genuinely a first. I can't believe it, that is unbelievable. So give him a good luck kiss. Thank you. And he'll go back good and strong. Into the tide. And away he goes. Brilliant, that is so good, that is.
As the weather started to take a turn for the worst, the rain setting in, it was time to pack up and head home. Shore fishing for me is one of the most relaxing, stress-free styles of fishing you can do. You can also set yourself up on a fairly cheap budget, as most tackle shops have good shore rods ranging from £20 to the more expensive rods and brands for the more experienced hardcore anglers. Different seasons and different bait can attract multiple different species, as with all sea fishing you never know what might be out there.
Well, after the bad start over on the north coast with that terrible wind, we got over here on the south coast, managed to catch a few fish, got a couple of turbot, a nice little place. But now we're going to go home, have something to eat, good night's sleep, and get out tomorrow and hopefully target some mullet or maybe some bass.